Hello and welcome to New Fast Food. I'm so excited. We've got some big McDonald's news to talk about today. A couple of different pieces of McDonald's news. You know, I'm releasing this video this week because last week this story kept evolving. It started out as a rumor, and then Kate Taylor, who is a fantastic journalist over on businessinsider.com, she obtained some leaked documents. She put those out online. Chew Boom picked it up. And then there was the McDonald's investor call where they alluded to some new breakfast items and also some new meal deals coming down the pipe. And then after these leaks by Kate Taylor, they sort of, their hand was forced, and they well, a day later officially announced these new breakfast sandwiches. And then another thing they talked about on the investor call was a potential meal deal coming down the line. And I'm not sure if this also leaked ahead of time or not, or if they just decided to you know, let the cat out of the bag on this one too. But they're also going to be having a meal deal that is going to be rolling out fairly soon as well. So we're going to talk about all that. I think actually let's start with the breakfast sandwiches. We're starting in the morning, right? So like I said, this was originally leaked over by Kate Taylor, and these are the triple breakfast stacks over at McDonald's. There's 3 different versions, so basically just depending on what kind of, you know, I don't want to call it a bun, but what kind of bread you want on your breakfast stack. It's got 2 sausage patties, it's got bacon, it's got cheese, it's got eggs. It's basically like a sausage egg McMuffin, but with the extra patty and bacon on top of that. So this McDonald's says is in response to a lot of people ordering these, even though they're not on the menu. You know, they call it a menu hack. Basically, it's just people customizing their breakfast sandwiches, and I'm guessing that they're probably tracking that the people add an extra sausage patty to breakfast sandwiches a lot of times. And you know that's probably true. A sausage McMuffin isn't really a huge sandwich, so you know I like to eat those, and I don't like to eat much for breakfast. So when I go to McDonald's for breakfast, I get a sausage McMuffin, no egg, and a hash brown, and that's, you know, that's plenty for me for breakfast, and I eat a light breakfast. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that want a bigger breakfast sandwich. A lot of the other fast food restaurants already offer bigger breakfast sandwiches. So you know, McDonald's is just sort of trying to play catch up a little bit. They haven't released any new breakfast sandwiches since 2013 when they had the egg white sandwich come out, and before that there was nothing new prior to that since the McGriddles. So they really don't spend a lot of time innovating their breakfast lineup. So this is sort of a big deal for them that they're coming out with these new sandwiches. They're not totally innovative, right? They're basically things you could have already asked for before, but they are, you know, adding them. They say it's a limited time thing, so but of course once they go away, you can just order it off the regular menu. So that's these triple breakfast stacks. I probably honestly won't be trying them. Like I said, I'm not a huge I don't eat very big breakfasts, and so just a regular sausage McMuffin and a hash brown is good enough for me. So now let's get over these meal deals. And I actually, when the news broke that they were planning on releasing some kind of meal deals, my brain started going, and I actually almost released a video talking about what you know, speculating what these meal deals could be. Because obviously I think the most popular one that's out right now is Wendy's. Wendy's does the 4 for $4, and that's hugely popular. I would have thought that McDonald's would try to compete more on that price point. I actually was speculating in my head that they would probably go with a $3 meal deal to undercut Wendy's. And I think, you know, I had some ideas in my mind where they could have done that. I think they could have done something like a McDouble, McChicken and a soda, or a McDouble, McChicken and fries. You know, you'd have to get rid of either the soda or the fries to make this work. I think they could have done that. I think that would have actually been a better way to go than what they ended up going with, which is a $6 meal deal. Pretty much, you don't see these sort of mini meal deal things above a $5 price point, because you know, once you go over that, it's sort of considered an extra value meal, right? I mean, an extra value meal for the things that are included in this meal, that are the options for this meal deal, you're saving about $2, right? So the options are either a quarter pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, a filet of fish, or a 10-piece McNuggets, plus a small fries, any size drink, and an apple pie for $6. So compared to a normal extra value meal for any one of those items, you're saving about $2 over the extra value menu price. Although you know, it's been you know, kind of debunked in the past that an extra value meal doesn't necessarily save you any money. In fact, depending on the prices at your McDonald's, it may cost more to order an extra value meal than it would cost to order the items separately. Basically, for about $2 less than you would pay for an extra value meal with one of these sandwiches or nuggets, you're getting a smaller French fry, but you are getting an apple pie. In my mind, I'm not sure how many people like the apple pies at McDonald's. I'm not really a fan of them. There obviously must be people out there that do like them, because McDonald's has kept them around, although they just revamped them. So maybe people were starting to lose interest in them, or maybe there's even more fans of them now. People like the new version of them. But anyways, in my opinion, this $6 meal deal is a non-starter. It's not something that I'm going to be interested in ordering ever. Basically, like I said, I'm not really a fan of the apple pie, so for me, I'm not willing to pay anything for that. So for me, it's basically just like you know, honestly, I would go with the quarter pounder with cheese. I'd say a quarter pounder with cheese, small fry, and a drink for $6. That's, like I said, less than the extra value meal price, but you know, in my mind, not a huge bargain. Let's just put it that way. In fact, it's virtually the same price as if you got a extra value meal with the hash brown instead of the fries. I actually didn't know you could do that until I started researching for this video, but you can actually get almost any extra value meal with hash brown instead of fries and save about $2. So I may start doing that actually. $6 for a quarter pounder with cheese, a hash brown, and a drink. Yeah, in my mind, that's actually a better deal than having to get a small fry and an apple pie. McDonald's, you know, in my experience, has pretty much the smallest small fry out there. Pretty much at any other fast food restaurant that I go to, I get more fries and a small order of fries there than I ever get at McDonald's. So I'm not a fan of small size fries at McDonald's. Not a fan of the apple pie. I'd prefer just to trade them both in and get a hash brown. I love the hash browns at McDonald's. Not a fan of them raising the price after it was added to the all-day menu. But I mean, what can you do? I understand why they had to do that. All right, so those are the two big pieces of news over at McDonald's. There may be more coming down the pipe. They just mentioned in the investor call that there were new breakfast items coming. They were plural on that. Now there is 3 versions of this triple stack sandwich, so they could have been just referring to this by itself. But I think it wouldn't be surprising if they did release more new breakfast items in the future. They have acknowledged that they've sort of been sleeping on the breakfast day part for quite some time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start rolling out with some new breakfast options in addition to these breakfast stackers, this triple breakfast stacks soon. So that's today's fast food news. Thank you so much for going over it with me. I want to wish everybody a safe and happy Halloween. If you get any extra bottle caps, send them my way. That's my favorite Halloween candy. I also want to remind you that throughout the month of October, that new fast food is raising awareness for breast cancer through the Pink in the Middle campaign. I'm going to leave links down below to the Pink in the Middle donation page, and also to the new fast food t-shirt shop where you can pick up a Pink in the Middle t-shirt, and all the profits from the Pink in the Middle t-shirts will go directly to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Thanks again for tuning in today, and as always, you can watch more videos right now.